a man wandered for years in search of a golden box he once saw in a vivid dream, a box that held everything he desired. He searched valleys, crossed rivers, begged strangers for clues, but the dream faded and hope grew heavy. One night he sat beneath a tree and whispered, "If it is mine, let it come." He let go, and in the morning, beneath the soil where he had slept, the edge of a golden box shimmered in the light. He hadn't lost the treasure. He had simply stopped chasing and finally become ready to receive it. What if your vibration is louder than your voice? What if wealth isn't something you earn, but something you remember how to feel? In this video, you'll discover a nightly ritual inspired by Neville Goddard's most powerful method, a silent 7-minute shift you can do before sleep that begins to rewire your vibration frequency for abundance. No affirmations, no effort, just feeling, alignment, and allowing. By the end of this, you won't be reaching for wealth anymore. You'll be resting as the one who already has it, and your world will have no choice but to catch up. In the soft hush of twilight, the mind begins to loosen its grip on the outer world. Like a candle flickering just before it goes out, consciousness dips into a sacred stillness, and it is there, in that descent, that transformation takes root. The hours before sleep are not passive, they are gateways. If you knew that one thought before bed could echo through your entire reality, would you choose differently? The night is not just a rest from the day, it is the recalibration of your energetic alignment. As the analytical mind begins to quiet, the subconscious rises, open, impressionable, and waiting. This is the field in which silent manifestation becomes most alive. No distractions, no resistance. Only the vibration frequency you choose to broadcast in stillness. The last feeling you carry before sleep sets the tone for what will materialize upon waking. Many sleep with worry, scrolling through bank accounts or silently rehearsing lack. And the world, obedient as it is, mirrors that signal. But you, if you are to walk in the Neville Goddard technique, must choose differently. Wealth is not attracted by noise or effort. It is summoned by frequency. It is not your conscious words, but your subconscious atmosphere that becomes your life. This is why the night belongs to those who manifest in silence. It is the sacred window where the inner shifts speak louder than actions. When the world sleeps, your reality is being rewritten, not by effort, but by alignment. And so, each night becomes an invitation, not to escape the day, but to seed the one to come. A child once asked, "If God hears everything, do I need to speak out loud to be heard?" The teacher smiled and replied, "God is not listening to your voice. He is listening to your feeling." In the quiet chambers of the mind, where no words are spoken, the true language of creation begins. This is the sacred space Neville Goddard pointed toward. Not the loud prayers, but the inner assumption. Neville spoke not to the ears, but to the spirit, guiding us to realize that the creative power lives not in sound, but in stillness. Silent manifestation is not the absence of doing, it is the purest form of becoming. You don't need chants or spoken affirmations. You need inner embodiment. Vibration frequency speaks louder than sound. And when your inner tone aligns with the wealth you seek, reality obeys. He taught that imagination is God, and God does not wait to be told, he waits to be felt. To silently step into the wealth you desire is to impress that wealth upon the subconscious, and once impressed, it must express. This is the energetic alignment that changes everything, when what you feel in quiet becomes louder than the world around you. So, if you are waiting for signs or needing to speak things into existence, remember, the power has never been in words. It has always been in being. And the moment you feel it, even if no one hears you, the universe already has. Let this be the foundation upon which you begin to build. Imagine a tuning fork held in the stillness. When struck, it hums into harmony, reshaping the air around it. Your energy is no different. In just 7 minutes before sleep, you can become a vessel for that hum, a deliberate broadcast of abundance, not a performance, a presence, not repetition, Resonance. This is the purpose of the wealth ritual you are about to learn. The ritual is not complex, for truth rarely is. It is designed to shift your vibration frequency through deliberate silent steps that move your awareness from scarcity into sufficiency. It includes release, assumption, attunement, sensation, and surrender. Like tuning a radio to a clearer signal, each part of the ritual aligns you to the frequency of wealth with sacred precision. These 7 minutes are not for wishing, they are for becoming. You do not visualize for the sake of seeing, but for the sake of feeling. You are not affirming to convince, you are feeling to remember. This is where the Neville Goddard technique comes alive, by teaching not what to say, but how to feel, and more deeply, how to become the thing you once chased. This ritual is not magic, it is memory. It is the return to what is already yours, if only you would inhabit it. The ritual itself is simple, 5 parts, each a gentle step toward energetic alignment. And as you move through them, know this: you are not doing something to attract wealth. You are remembering how to live as the one who already has it. A man once held a heavy stone, convinced it protected him from danger. But when he let it go, he found he could run. The first step in your nightly ritual is just this: to release what you've unknowingly clutched all day, the vibration of lack. Before you sleep, you must first empty the noise. You cannot tune a new frequency while another still plays beneath. Detachment is not denial, it is clarity. In this moment, use your breath as the doorway. Close your eyes, and with each inhale, notice where scarcity has lived inside you today. With each exhale, let it leave. If a worry comes, observe it, and gently return to stillness. This is not resistance, it is release. And in that release, you begin to clear space for abundance to enter. You may imagine yourself standing in front of a mirror. See the version of you that struggled, then thank them and step away. That image fades not because you hate it, but because it no longer defines you. This act of letting go, done in silence, is the beginning of silent manifestation. You are no longer broadcasting fear. You are now tuning in to truth. The world will still shout scarcity, let it. But you will be silent. You will detach. And in doing so, you shift from echoing the world to guiding it. The more you release what you are not, the more clearly you become who you are. And from here, your inner wealth can finally begin to speak. She walked into the room not with arrogance, but certainty, as if the world had already said yes to her presence. That, my dear listener, is the posture of wealth, not a balance in a bank, but an identity worn in silence. In this step, you are not hoping, you are becoming. Neville taught us that assumption, when felt deeply, is not imagination. It is incarnation. You must now step into the feeling of your desired self, not tomorrow, not in the future, but now. Close your eyes, breathe, and see through the eyes of the wealthy you. What do you notice in the room that changes? How do your shoulders rest? What does your breath say? In this moment, you are no longer visualizing a stranger. You are remembering yourself. This act is the heart of the Neville Goddard technique. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. And so, you must live, even in your inner world, from the end, from completion. When you do, the universe no longer sees a person who is trying. It sees the frequency of one who has already received, and it responds. Let your entire being echo this truth. I am already the one who has. And as this feeling becomes familiar, the outer world will have no choice but to reflect it. Do not worry if you feel resistance. Simply return to the feeling. Each time you do, you carve a new pathway of self, and that self, already whole, is waiting in the next breath. In the deep stillness of a forest, there is a sound you cannot hear, but all living things respond to it. So too, there is a frequency of wealth that is not spoken, but felt. This is where your silent manifestation becomes alive. In this step, you are not doing, you are resonating. You are becoming the tuning fork that vibrates quietly and yet moves mountains. Begin by turning inward. Feel your chest, your belly, your palms. Drop beneath the mind's noise and into sensation. As you breathe, imagine your body radiating warmth, not from emotion, but from truth. You are not summoning wealth. You are matching its tone. And that tone, my friend, is not loud. It is steady, present, silent. It is the hum of already done. This is the vibration frequency that alters timelines. Do not speak it, feel it. Do not chase it, anchor it. You may place a hand over your heart and simply say inwardly, I am the signal. Let that signal expand like a soft bell ringing through your entire body. No words are needed, for your energetic alignment is doing the speaking now. There is nothing to prove, no effort to make. This step is the gentle art of tuning in without needing to control. The outer world may still appear unchanged, but that is only the echo of your old signal. Stay here, stay silent. Let the wealth frequency settle into your bones and watch how the world begins to bend toward you. She ran her fingers across velvet and smiled, not because it was expensive, but because it reminded her of something already hers. Sensation, my dear listener, is the most direct language of the subconscious. This step is where your imagination becomes tactile, where feeling is no longer a thought, but a lived experience. Here, you will train the body to believe what the mind cannot yet see. Begin by imagining your wealth in physical form, not vague, specific. If it is a home, feel the texture of the door handle. If it is money, run your thumb across the notes. If it is a luxurious bed, sink into the weight of the covers. These imagined sensations imprint the subconscious with new truths, and the subconscious, ever obedient, reflects what it is told through feeling. This is not fantasy, it is programming. You are rewriting your body's language, aligning it with the vibration frequency of having. In the Neville Goddard technique, the more vividly you feel your reality, the faster it must come. So let your senses speak. Let your body rehearse success. The world does not change because you think differently. It changes because you feel differently. Each night, revisit this step, not as a task, but as a homecoming. Your subconscious does not judge. It simply listens. And what it feels consistently, it will express inevitably. Let your senses be the bridge. Let the silent wealth you feel in texture, warmth, and detail become the evidence that you already live there. A bird doesn't rehearse its flight. It simply opens its wings and trusts the wind. In this final step of the ritual, you are invited to do the same, to release, to trust, and to let go of control. After all your inner work, the feeling, the silence, the sensation, now comes surrender. And surrender is not weakness. It is the highest form of energetic alignment. You do not need to hold on to the image. You do not need to force a feeling to stay. Let it settle in your body like a warm blanket, and then drift. As you lie down, allow the wealth you've summoned to continue humming beneath thought. You are not walking out of the state. You're falling asleep in it. And that, as Neville taught, is the secret. This is the true Neville Goddard technique, to sleep as the person you desire to be. Not wishing for a different life, but resting as if it were already yours. In this act, you bridge dimensions. You blur the line between imagining and inhabiting. The universe no longer waits for your command. It responds to your being, and your being is speaking now, even in rest. So, as your breath slows, as your thoughts dissolve, let the final whisper of consciousness be a feeling of certainty. The ritual is complete, not when you perfect it, but when you let it carry you. Let go, let the night take you, and know that while your body rests, the world is quietly rearranging to meet the signal you've become. It begins subtly, like light shifting behind a curtain before the sun fully rises. You may not notice the wealth at first, but you'll feel the quiet shift. A sense of ease where tension once lived. A gentle confidence replacing grasping. This is how your new vibration frequency begins to unfold, not with fireworks, but with inner certainty. And the outer world listens, always. You might find small synchronicities, unexpected money, a conversation that opens a door, a moment of clarity. These are not coincidences, they are reflections of your new signal. The Neville Goddard technique does not promise spectacle, it promises alignment. And when you are aligned, life becomes responsive, like a mirror turning toward your face and revealing what you had forgotten to claim. Notice also how others begin to respond to you. People may comment on your calm, your presence, your clarity. They will feel something has changed, even if they cannot name it. This is the energetic alignment at work. Not loud, but undeniable. The wealth is arriving in layers, shaped by the signal you send each night in silence. So don't rush it. Honor each sign, no matter how small. They are confirmations, not conditions. Let your inner world be your proof. The bridge of incidents is already unfolding, and your only task is to remain tuned. The frequency has shifted. You are becoming the wealth you once reached for, and what's coming next is already on its way. So now I ask you, and before you close your eyes tonight, what will you feel? Will it be lack, or the quiet knowing that it is already yours? Leave a comment below. What shifted for you? What are you now ready to receive? Click on the next video to unveil a silent method far more potent. One that doesn't ask, but commands through vibration alone. No words, no force, just your energy, finally aligned. This isn't just a ritual, it's who you're becoming. And your next shift begins there.